All right, Scorpio, I'm Ryan with Arrows of Love. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do your Love Tarot Lunar Eclipse reading. It's going to be a quick hits reading, fairly short. But today is a lunar eclipse. Today is May 26th. The eclipses are happening on the Sagittarius Gemini axis. And for you, Scorpio, that is your second house. The second house is all about money, resources, possessions, self-worth, the things that we value. So you could be tested in those particular areas with this particular lunar eclipse. It could happen today, it could happen next week, it could happen over the next 6 months. Gemini, where the Sun, Mercury, and Venus sitting, that is your 8th house. Gemini's 8 signs past. Scorpio, the 8th house has to do with endings. It's the death and rebirth process. It's things that are hidden, unseen, coming to light. So secrets could be revealed at this time. And it also has to do with joint finances, joint ventureships, other people's money, debt restructuring, and karmic debt. So this is a really big time for you, just clearing out debt, generally speaking. So maybe you're dealing with some financial matters, or maybe things just come to light. This also has to do with intimacy matters as well. And Mercury's going to go retrograde in Gemini in just a few days here. So this could be a very intense time for you, but perhaps things are changing on money. Maybe you're looking at your resources. Maybe you get a job promotion during this time. It's not always a bad thing with eclipses. Eclipses always mark endings and beginnings. They could happen very suddenly, or they could happen over the course of 6 months. So those are the themes by which that could happen for you. Overall, though, in your love houses, Jupiter's in your 5th house. Jupiter is this planet of expansion and growth. It's good luck and optimism. And it's sitting in your 5th house of romance, children, fun. So maybe someone's getting pregnant. Maybe someone has a baby. Maybe you meet someone new during this time that totally sweeps you off your feet, or so to speak. So today we're going to pull one card from the Love Tarot, the Angels Oracle, and then we're going to pull 3 cards from the regular Tarot deck. I use the Radiant Rider-Waite for anybody that wants to know. I was shuffling before I got on here, but let's take a look. What can you expect with this eclipse season? Overall, this eclipse is ruled by Jupiter, which is this planet of growth, expansion, and it's sitting in its ancient home sign of Pisces. So that's very good. So there could be some really great things that happen. But, on the other hand, the 8th and the 2nd house can be difficult at times because it deals with money, it deals with intimacy, things unseen. So those are themes that could potentially come up for you, Scorpio. I just did the Cancer reading. They're still on my mind, apparently. All right, so let's see what's going on. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Wow. Sometimes the astrology matches the tarot very nicely. And here it looks like you need to deal with some financial matters that might be affecting your love life. So let's pull some cards from the tarot. Let's see let's clarify this card. The World. Endings. Wow. Not necessarily bad endings. 10 of Swords. 4 of Wands. Yeah, so this is a heavy reading, Scorpio. So like I said, finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. That 2nd house is Sag. The 8th house has to do with joint finances, and that has to do with Gemini. So you might be looking at these things wondering, if you're financially strained right now, how do you get past this? Or how do you come together with someone, if you're in a relationship and you're taking it to the next level? The World card is the last card of the tarot. It's the last card of the Fool's journey through the major arcana. And you are actually on this card. You're represented by the eagle right up here. These are the fixed signs. We're in a lot of mutable energy right now, so things are changing. But for you, you take your time in making any of these type of changes. But the World is an ending of sorts. And it could be an ending that really hurt you. You could have felt stabbed in the back. It could have felt like a loss of sorts. But perhaps that is ending now. You're getting through this. You're healing through these issues by addressing your money issues or anything that's constraining you resource-wise. And it's definitely probably something with marriage. Some of you may be ending a relationship. And eclipses are always about endings and new beginnings. So maybe some of you are coming to this realization that this relationship isn't working because of financial problems, and you decide to end it. Or on the opposite side, you're getting through these financial issues. They're finally clearing up. It's finally coming to an end, and you can finally be happy with this other person. So this could go one of two ways here, right? The Four of Wands is a marriage card. It's a happy card. It's two people coming together with the castle, with the wreath, and it's very good luck. But some of you could be deciding to end a relationship. Eclipses, generally speaking, have to deal with relationships. And with an ending, there could have been some, God, I'm getting... Spirit's telling me there could have been some stealing even. So maybe someone was being not very forthcoming with money matters and maybe taking something to that effect. So, wow, it's heavy stuff, but realize this. Universe is realigning you. You're seeing the truth now, secrets revealed at this time, things that were hidden that are going to realign you for your destiny and what needs to come about. Let's pull another card for the outcome. Yeah, you're at the end. You have the World, which is an ending card, the Ten of Swords, which is at the end, and now, the Ten of Wands, which has to do with a heavy burden that you're probably going to be letting go. And it's toward the end, realize that. So you're at the end of this cycle. New cycles are coming about, and it has to do with your passion and your fire and what gets you going. So don't take this as a bad reading. Take this as you're finishing up this karma, and now it's time to start something new. And you could actually get some really great news in 2 weeks when we have the full solar eclipse in Gemini. In just 2 weeks, it's right around that June 10th period. So keep your head up, Scorpio. If you've been going through some rough things with finances and feeling like people are not being totally forthcoming with you, realize once you sweep away that karma, new things can now come back in that are more aligned with you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Stay positive, Scorpio. Good things are on their way. Until next time.